website. So how you can set your website properly. Now looking at this in your settings, one of the first thing you have here, you have general. Let's click on it and see what we have. So under the generals, it's through the generals we have our site title. So as I call it kiddie store. Can you see it? So yeah, I call it kiddie store. So you can see kiddie store over here is our site title. So you can come ahead to change the site title to something else. You can change it to, let's change it to beauty store, and change this to beauty blog. Okay, let me use this beauty blog, and save changes. Okay, so and come here, just follow, come here and click on save changes. So when I click on save changes, it's actually going to change my site title. So come back up here. Can you see it's already changed? Can you see it's already changed from kiddie store to what? To beauty store. Can you see that? Now if I want to view my website, let me go and view my website. You see something. You see that it has been changed to what? Beauty store. Can you see that? Now that's about that. You can actually change your site name depending on what you want to make it as. Alright, let's go back. That's about general. So the next thing is writing. Writing is the next. So actually, I don't think there's much under this writing setting. There's really not much under this. So just leave it the way it is. So the next one is reading. Alright, now in this reading, this is where you need to do some changes. Now you have your home page display. Now you notice that when you actually go to your site and click view site, it actually takes you to the theme. It takes you to the theme, to the blog. It doesn't really take you to any of these menus, either the homes, the services, or anything. So but to make these changes, what you are going to do, because you can't just, no matter how you design your site to be, maybe your site very beautiful, no matter how you design it to be, if you show your link to anybody, the first place the person comes to, the person does not go to homes, the person goes to, what's it called, person comes here. That's the first place the person comes to. So but to change these settings, what you are going to do is to click on this, take it away and put it here. So and when you put it here, you now select where you want it to be directed to. I want it to be directed to home, so I'll click on homes. Post page, actually that is not needed. So and you click on save changes. So click on save changes. So we are already saving the changes. So now let's go back to our website and check. Come to this, click on view site. Click on view site. You notice something, that it has bring us to our home page. Can you see it? If I go back again, let me go and do it again. Come back, change the home page to, let's change it to contact, and click save. You see, to take us to contact. So it depends on where you want the first place you want your site to land. The first page you want visitor to be in the site is where you actually set. Can you see, it takes us to contact. Sure you get. So that's about let me correct it to home. That's about that setting. So the next setting we are going to do is to actually, the next setting is discussion. As you can see, after reading is discussion. So I don't think there's much in discussion to correct. Nothing. Leave it at default and go to media 2. I don't think there's nothing to change in media. Leave media, go to the next permalink. Now in permalink, at default the WordPress you install, always click on day and name. So but we will actually take it away from day and name, and we'll click on post name. So we'll put it at post name. Put it at post name, and we'll click on save changes. So that is, just make sure you put our post name. So the next one is privacy. You don't really have much to do at privacy. All right, that's that about that. Now next thing I want to talk about is users. Now users is talking about the people that have access to the back end of the website. When during the training in some the earlier videos, I talked about front end and back end. So this, where we are presently, we are at the back end of the site, and meanwhile I want to view my site. This is the front end where visitor can visit. This is the front end that only visitor can see, and while where I am presently now is the back end, which only those that are authorized that can come to the back, to make the magic for the front people, the visitors, to view what you really have there. So let's go to all users. So now this users is just talking about the people that has access to the back end. Now let's look at all user. You see that all user is actually only me, that's the Kiddick store, and my email as an administrator, that is what is there. And this is the fact that as an administrator, I have access to all these things: the dashboard, the post name, the media, the page, the comments, everything. I can, as an administrator, I can add plugin, I can add elements, I can add menu, I can add anything. You understand? But actually, let me add new user. But actually, as another person, if the person is a subscriber, the person cannot do anything. You understand? Just have access to the back end. They all have their stuffs. As an editor, there is a limit to which an editor, there's a limit to which an author, there is a limit to contributor and service and subscriber has access to the website. Now let me see I want to add someone as an editor. So, or someone as, let me say I want to add someone as like as an editor. You see what I'm saying? I call the person I fill these details. I call the person user one. I give the person email, user one at gmail.com. Alright, and the first name I just give the person. Actually not necessary. Generate the password. So I generate this password, I'll copy it and paste it somewhere so that I can use it for copy it. I copy the password, I go and paste this. So I actually just changed the password. Now let me go straight and I just save add new user. Can you see I just add new user? So I've already added new user. Now come here, you see that save. Now you see that I've added a new user, and the post of the user is an editor. Can you see that? Post of an editor is an editor. So I'll come to this up here, I'll log out, and once I log out, now this is just the reason why you're doing is because if you want your client to see maybe you just want someone to have access, maybe your client, to the back end of the computer, the back end of your site, just one or two things. You can just give the person what's it called, an access. You understand? Giving the person his or her own username and password without the person having access to your own username and your own password. So you understand, this is the person's username and password, so you can just give it to the person and it will limit what the person can do. But you as a person, you also have your access to the same site. You understand? And you have access to it, so the person does not even know what your password is and what your username is. So I'll click on it, click on that, and let me say remember me and log in. So once I log in, can you see this? I have logged into the person's what. So can you see what we have here? The person only has access to you see the person are not even at the plugin, the person dashboard, post. The only thing an editor can do is to post. That's the only thing an editor can do. Like what I'm saying here, profile is appearance. The editor does not have the ability to add a plugin, because there's no plugin here, there's not any plugin. The editor does not have ability to do some certain things, you understand. Doesn't have an ability for plugin. Sure. So that's just the way it is. So there is a limit to what each of them can do. But if I add that person, let me log the editor out. But if I add that person as what's it called, let me log in my details. So I actually have logged in back. So now this is my own site. You see that there are some things that you saw in that editor that's not there. There's nothing like user, there's nothing like setting, there's nothing like plugin. The only thing the editor has was appearance, was post, and that's the only thing an editor can do, is to post. So all of them, as all of the users, they have their their what's it called, their extents. They have what they limit to what they can do on the site. So let me come here. I can even delete him away, and just click delete him away and delete him out of the equation. So you see, delete all contents, confirm deletion. So you see I'm back to one. That's that about that. All right, now this section, let me explain how to change our five icon. Now for example, now if I actually go to a site, okay, now look at this site. Now this is a WordPress site. Now can you see they all have their five icon? You can see this icon, this icon here. You can see this one icon here. Can you see that? Can you see this icon here? So in your own sense, that means we need our own. Can you see this icon here? So that's what we want to actually add to our own site. We want to add a five icon. How do we do it? Let's install an theme called OceanWP. So I'll click on theme, come to appearance, click on theme. So once I get a theme, I'll search for a theme called OceanWP. Okay, let me click on add new theme. So let me click on search theme, OceanWP. So can you see the theme, OceanW blog? Okay, this is what I want. OceanW. Sorry guys, now let me go back. So this is it. So you just click on it, and what you come click on install. Click on the install, you can see up the right there. So just click on install. So install it. So I'm installing the theme. The reason is because we can only fix our five icon through our customizer. So, and it's very important we install the theme before we have access to it. All right, it will take some time. So it has been activated. Just click on activate and do the next thing. Okay, now as the sidebar of your site, you can see now that we already have a customizer. Can you see it? Customizer. This is it. Customizer. That is widget. This is customizer. Now in this sense, you click on the customizer. When you click on the customizer, it takes you to another page where you are going to change our five icon, the icon of our site. So I guess I have a beautiful icon for this this site. Just choose one of the icons I have. So here you come to site identity, click on site identity. What's really going on?